It's great to push each other when you're running as a group, as you can see here with these people running together up a hill. Hi and welcome to the running channel. I'm Anna and today I'm going to be giving you some useful tips and advice to help you stay safe whilst running. Now don't get me wrong, running is a safe activity 99% of the time, but with a few extra pointers, hopefully we will help you feel a little bit more confident, which is never a bad thing. If you're new around here, welcome along to the running channel, great to have you. Please hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you get notified when we upload new videos all about running, which we do every single week. Running is one of the most liberating and exhilarating things that we can do, but it's important to stop yourself from time to time to remind yourself that you're not invincible. So it's important to train smart, and that's why we've got together with some of our friends from the running community to pull together some top tips to keep you safe whilst running.
My name is John Hunterkamp and I'm the founder of the Run Collective, and the Run Collective also founded Runner Safety Awareness Week, and our second annual Runner Safety Awareness Week is the third week of January. And the reason why we put it together is we felt like there was too many incidents of harassment and attacks, but also folks getting hit by bikes, buses, different cyclists, other runners, and just being aware of your surroundings. And so Runner Safety Awareness Week focuses on self-defense, awareness, and just community building around running in the most safe environment that we possibly could be. So running is very safe, but we always feel like it could be a little bit safer, and our tagline is "Be a good run citizen."
So here are our top tips for staying safe whilst running.
Hi, it's Leanne from Run Mummy Run. My top tip for keeping safe when running would be when in the dark, wear reflective kit, make sure it's bright, and possibly get a head torch or some lights on your kit to make sure you're definitely seen.
Now, we'd never advocate running on the actual road at night time, and in fact it's best avoided during the daylight as well if you can manage it. But if you really have no other option but to run on the road, then make sure you're running in the direction of oncoming traffic. That will give drivers plenty of time to spot you, especially on roads that have lots of bends and curves.
I am Anna McNuff, an adventurer and a mischief maker. Now, as well as being able to be seen while you're running, it's also important that you can see where you're going. So if you're heading out on badly lit roads or trails, you don't want to be tripping down potholes. So get yourself a head torch, and the bonus is you get to look like a minion.
When wearing a head torch, look at the ground ahead of you, not directly under your feet. Position the light in a way that you can see any hazards that potentially are coming up ahead of you. That way you're less likely to trip over. Even with bright reflective clothing and head torches, some routes can be safer than others. So use common sense when you're plotting your route and try to avoid badly lit areas or roads with no pavements, even if that means repeating the same small loop. Being familiar with where you're running will help give you more confidence. Now, we're all different, but perhaps if you're abroad, you're traveling for work, you're in a new city, and you don't feel particularly comfortable running in a new place, then perhaps think about going for a run on a treadmill instead, maybe in your hotel or in a local gym.
Hi, Susie Chan here, and my advice would be to take a look at your Strava global heat map. This will show you where is popular locally to you, so you have confidence knowing that those routes are run regularly.
Or you could contact a local running group or community ahead of time and see if you can link up with one of their sessions. They know their neighbourhoods best of all.
Hi there, I'm Emma Pooley and I do a bit of trail running when I'm not riding my bike, especially in the mountains. And one thing that I think is really important is route planning. So you need to have a good idea of where you're going and what the route's going to be like and if it's safe. So I use a combination of real paper maps and Komoot to plan my routes. If I know the area it's a bit different, I can plan it more roughly, but I think it's always a good idea to use a really good, reliable way of knowing how far you're going, so you know how much food to take and when you're going to be back. And also I try and let a friend know when I'm going to get back, because I quite like running on my own. But I've had some near disasters in the past, so I try and make sure that if I don't get back, someone knows to send out mountain rescue.
You can use apps like Strava, which has the beacon feature, or WhatsApp live location, or Garmin live tracker, so that you can send your location to somebody that you know and trust, who can then keep an eye on where you're going to be. Being aware of your surroundings also means being able to hear what's going on around you. So if you're a runner who likes to listen to music or a podcast whilst you're out running, then maybe think about listening with one headphone in or on a very low volume, or trying some bone conduction headphones instead. That way you'll be able to hear if there's a cyclist dinging trying to get past, or hear the traffic around you, or hear if there's an emergency vehicle coming up, like in a race situation, trying to get past you. While we're on the subject of tech, consider taking your phone out with you when you go running. That way, if you do come up against any problems whilst you're out, then you can call someone for some help.
Hi, I'm Tim. I'm the founder of London City Runners. My biggest tip for running safely is try and find your local track. It's brilliant to stay safe for various reasons. Firstly, there's no obstacles. Secondly, you run with lots of other people, which is obviously great social fun. And lastly, they're extremely well lit all the way through the winter, which is brilliant.
We know that there are cases when runners are harassed whilst they're out, and every situation is different. But as a woman, I feel it's important to say that it's never a woman's responsibility to try and act in a way that can somehow prevent harassment. It's never your fault. So it's not about where you're running, it's not about what you're wearing when you're running, and there is no perfect response to harassment either, because let's face it, it shouldn't happen in the first place. So there are our top tips for helping to stay safe whilst you run. If you've got any more, please let us know in the comments below. But ultimately, like we said at the very start, running is a pretty safe activity. But hopefully by having these tips and tricks up your sleeve, you can be a good run citizen in helping keep yourself safe and keeping your running buddies safe whilst you're out. We will see you next time on the Running Channel.